Yo, 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 yo. It's another podcast with your boys, Bill, James, and Tig's Excellent Adventure. This week, in episode 21, we're going to talk about
overrated Aaron Rodgers, underrated Terrell Owens, and properly rated Julio Jones.
Julio. Roll Tide, you know what I'm saying? We get one every episode. Best believe. You know what I'm saying? We're also going to talk about Kawhi Leonard. Where will he go? Will he stay? I don't know. Or do I? I think I do. We're all, in the draft. The NBA draft. It's all happening right here on the number one sports podcast in all of America. Like and subscribe, you funky bitch, you.
Put it in your ear, baby.
Disneyland tickets. The Lakers doing like this dude hit a half court shot for $35,000. I got Disneyland tickets. Yeah, $35,000.
That's right. That's right.
Is mine on?
That's right. I just listened to you. You're gonna sound ridiculous saying that when you just told that whole story.
35,000.
Told that whole story, and it was recorded the whole time.
As long as we're recording, that's all I care about.
Never fucking tells us when we're starting.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the number one podcast in all of the motherfucking nation. It's Bill, James, and Tig's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah.
Okay, there you are. Here I am.
There you are. I see.
There I am.
I was looking for
What you're witnessing is these guys.
I don't trust anything anymore.
These guys are.
Hating.
It's been 3 weeks, but it should have only been 2 weeks.
Exactly.
It's been 3 weeks because you've been gone.
I've been gone for 2, and I was here for the one before.
It wasn't 3 weeks. We had an episode.
Yeah, that nobody heard.
Yeah, it was. It's
the clip show.
There's plenty of people who heard it.
Well, not the hour and a
Not the
half that
original.
we.
It's
our best episode
How did no
ever.
one hear it? It still has about the exact same average amount of views as the other videos.
No, it was way down.
No, that's the other one before that where I didn't make it public. That's the week before you're thinking.
Well,
Hearsay. It's all hearsay at this
It's not
point.
hearsay.
There's a lot of disappointed fans out there.
Yeah, all 20 of them that remembered that it was on, and then the other 5 that forgot.
That might be the fattest blunt I've ever seen in this apartment.
I mean,
That's
maybe.
big.
I call it Shaq finger.
That's a cigar right there.
It's a Shaq finger.
Cigar.
It's a Shaq finger.
Jesus Christ.
Shout out. This is the one he puts on the championship ring. This is the one right here.
That's
Big
it.
old fat daddy. One day.
Looks like an
Shout out to
Michael
any
Jordan, victory
videographers
cigar.
or anybody who's not doing shit. Come film us. We need somebody to film us. Once we get this shit filming.
We're looking for
Well,
someone to
yeah,
film
I'm
us?
looking for anybody who's that, it's not me. So I don't have to edit this shit.
Yeah.
So shout out to y'all. So y'all can see this big fat blunt.
That might be the biggest one I've ever seen.
Biggest one he's ever seen.
That's like what
Maybe
I see,
in life.
That's what I see like in movies about weed smoking, comedies.
That's right.
That's like a Cheech and Chong.
Someone tied up a
right there.
bunch of tampons together and just put them all together.
Hashtag that's right.
Hashtag bunch of tampons.
Hashtag bunch of tampons. Hashtag don't talk about bunch of tampons.
Hashtag me too.
Oh, you went there.
Wait,
Yes.
hang on. What's happening, people? How's everyone doing?
How is
today?
that not? How's that going there? We had gone there a long time.
I was thinking.
It's probably because I've had a
You've
lot of
already punched
conversations
women in the
about it.
face. It's okay.
Oh yeah. James, no, you already. Took
I
the
said
cake for-
you could. I said another woman soccer player could punch another woman soccer player in the face.
Right.
And the woman soccer player would not stop playing.
Right. He said you could punch a woman in the face.
Yeah.
I heard him. I agree with you. I am in agreement with
Yeah,
you.
I heard James
I don't
say
disagree
that
with you.
you could punch a woman in the face. That's what I heard.
I don't.
Yeah, we're not disagreeing that you
no.
said that.
This is a lesson in context Everybody.
It's phrasing. I told you one episode we're gonna have a lesson in phrasing. I think I did it last week with all the cum jokes. I did a lot of cum jokes last week.
Yeah, you had a lot of cum.
I think it was 7. I think the count was 7.
There was a lot of cum on the podcast.
Coming all over the place, which guess what's coming right now?
What?
What is coming?
It's the NFL, baby.
You want to talk about the NFL?
The NFL is coming hard and coming fast.
What's
and before
going on?
you know it,
What's
it's
going
going
on?
to be time to talk about, is Jay Cutler really getting signed to another team? Like, that's really going to...
I mean, just let's wait to see who gets hurt. Someone gets hurt. Jay Cutler's ready to go. I think he is excited to be like a sports announcer on Fox. I think he's going to take that job. Finally.
He's
Smart
excited.
mind.
He's excited to get one network to pay him
Yeah.
and get a team to pay him in the same year, in 2 years in a row.
Is he still on contract with the Dolphins?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying, like,
Oh, if he starts with the contract,
right? He
signs
could
it,
start
and
with
someone signs it.
FS1 and then end up
Wouldn't that be some shit if Jay Cutler gets a job before Colin Kaepernick does again?
2 years in a row.
Yeah, that would be insane.
Are you gonna smoke this today?
No, I'm good, man.
Do you want some wine, Pinot?
I'm good on the wine. I'm good on the
Pinot.
wine. I got stuff to do tonight. I got some things to do.
Stephanie's gonna
but
smoke
thank you for
that
the
blunt
offer.
by himself.
I know.
He's gonna be
Don't
on
worry,
the floor.
Bill.
It's
One
not-
of these days, I'm going to be back.
Listen,
on the blunt
it's not
train
going to
with
be
you.
surprising
It's gonna
to
be great.
anybody who.
That blunt
is
looks delicious, and it doesn't look like one man could finish
huge.
that blunt alone. But I'm sure Bill will
Trust me.
prove us wrong within the next hour.
Right. Yeah. You would.
Okay, so
Not to witness a spectacle. We will keep you updated with the blunts activity.
That'll be
throughout the
that'll
show.
be the shot for the Instagram post.
yeah, it should just be like instead of like a timestamp with like
Yeah.
the thing, it would just be that blunt slowly burning
Burning
down,
to
and then once it's done,
the
our
biggest
podcast is
cockroach
over.
you've ever seen.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Well, I'm getting kind of excited for the NFL. It's probably because there's no like real sports on, and baseball is still before the All-Star break.
We're in.
I am really excited about
We're getting close to training camp, or no
training camp.
Yeah, we're getting close to training camp.
Yeah. Mini camp is in right now.
Mini camp's happening right now. So what's going on with Julio Jones right now? He's training with
He
T.O.
is down at UCLA. Shout out to the Bears.
Bruins.
Bruins.
Excuse me.
And
I'm
shout out to
smoking.
the Chicago
Smoking
Bears.
by
Thank you,
myself.
Joe, for that.
I'm smoking.
Shout out to the Bears. Thank
I'm
you,
smoking
Joe.
by myself.
Bears. Bears.
It's okay.
The Bears.
But shout out to the Bruins.
And the Bears.
He's out here chilling with T.O., who's also down there at UCLA. Just
T.O. Did you guys watch that video of him running the 40? Did he run a 4.40?
running the 4.40.
With
Fast
T.O.,
guy.
and this has always been my thing with T.O. When I watch him run, it always seems like just like his top half is so fucking big, and he has to move that fucking thing so hard when he runs.
They call him a violent runner.
Yeah, he's very, very violent. Like there's like wide receivers that are like smooth and straight. Like if you watch Julio Jones run a 40, it's like a fucking arrow.
I think he's
T.O.
shorter.
just like his arms are all over the place. I mean, he still ran a 4.4.
I think he's shorter. I think Julio is shorter
than T.O.
Terrell Owens, which is
Julio's like 6'3" or something. T.O.'s probably like 6'2", maybe.
Find out right now.
Around they're somewhere in there. T.O. just looks like he's always wearing.
I think
shoulder
Julio's
pads.
6'1". I don't think he's actually that tall. He's just so big.
Who?
6'3".
How
Terrell
old is
Owens
Julio?
is 6'3".
Terrell Owens is 6'3".
Julio.
That's what you just. That's what she just.
Is Julio Jones.
Julio Jones is 63 inches tall.
Oh, so they're the same height.
6'3".
Wow.
Heard
They're
it
the same
here
height.
first.
So T.O. looks like he has shoulder pads on at all times because that body is
Right.
just fucking.
That's what I was gonna say. He's a little shoulder wider than.
Yeah. He's got,
Julio.
it was like so when I played football in high school, I had to have like bigger shoulder pads. And that's how I looked when I ran. Like I was fast as shit.
You
But once
look
put
like
the pads
T.O.
on, it was like the shoulder pads. I was like, man, there's no way I look like I'm moving as fast as I think I'm moving.
It's all about technique and how you learned how to
Yeah.
run and what you learned growing up. But yeah, Terrell Owens runs violent, but
He's a violent runner.
he's also extremely fast. And a lot of that comes
4.4.
with,
That's fast.
from what you're talking about, he has a lot of flailing around and he's
Yeah.
still fast. So that comes with a lot of technique
Yeah.
over the years, how he's stepping, getting his knees up high.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cutting, his ability to cut. He
Still looks like a playgirl model.
still look.
Like he's looking
He looks amazing
Well,
out there.
ripped.
he is the third best wide receiver of all time.
right now. That'll drop. That'll drop real quick. That's gonna drop real quick. We haven't had that show yet. That's gonna drop real quick. Right now, he is the third. Larry Fitzgerald is
I
going
thought
to
you
pass
said
him
Chris-
after this year.
You didn't say Chris Christie was, or what was that?
I thought it was Antonio Brown or some shit.
Antonio Brown will pass him in stats. by the end of this year. Julio Jones will pass him in stats. By the end
No,
of
he
this
said
year.
Megatron.
Megatron, if he continued to play and didn't retire early, would get close to T.O. stats.
Which should give T.O. some even more credit because he played so long. And
right in the next 5 years, though, he'll be top 10. He'll be a top 10.
Now hold on, is Terrell? Do you guys
Now-
believe this? Is he playing again?
I personally don't think so.
I don't think
but
so either.
Did you guys hear the Canadian football team, the Edmonton Eskimos, I think offered T.O. a contract to play in Canada?
Right. And look, this is not the question. The question shouldn't be, is T.O. going to play in the NFL next year or anytime soon? The question should be, can T.O. play? Do you think T.O. could actually play in the league?
How old is he?
44.
He'll be 40. He'll be 45 next, at the July or something.
really?
Of next.
Let's give him 44, 45.
Yeah, I think he'll
somewhere
be
in there.
I don't know.
Let's give him the old
Because it's a hard no either way for me. 44.
Well,
no to both.
was 44, I would say yeah, but since he's 45, it's a hard no.
I mean, Tom Brady is playing right now. At what age?
Now hold on.
40? Is he
He'll
40?
be 41 when the season starts.
Adam Vinatieri is 45 and still play it. Jerry Rice played until
what's his name?
44.
Oh my God, Jerry Rice at the same position played till 44.
Really?
Tim Brown played till 40.
If you look at Jerry Rice's numbers, he will always be the number
He
one.
played
wide
for
receiver of all
23
time.
years?
Yes,
It's insane,
He never
dude.
never
It's
stopped.
insane.
He never stopped.
It's incredible.
And
He
made him stop playing. Even and then, he didn't.
He was putting up numbers on the Raiders still when he went to the Raiders. It was
Exactly.
insane.
They
Incredible.
stopped throwing to him and then forced him to retire at 44 years old. That's what actually happened.
I remember there was a game where it's just that is the first game where he's been held to 0 catches.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because they were stopped throwing to him.
So, just to give you an idea, so Randy Moss, Jerry Rice, and T.O. are the top 3, and yards wise. So T.O.'s at 15,934. Randy Moss at 15,292.
Respectable.
Jerry Rice is at 22,895. He's
that's
he's an
incredible.
animal. He's insane. He's at 1,549 all-time receptions. T.O. is just over 1,000, and
That's-
Randy Moss didn't even hit 1,000.
I don't think they were counting yards after catch when he started playing.
Jerry Rice, yeah.
And they weren't holding it to, even if they weren't holding it to that high of esteem.
Oh, yeah.
And he had so many yards after catch.
Just a freak. And that's not even a big guy, man. That was wide receiver, 101, route running, great hands, and just a smart player. And
Yeah.
it helped that he had great quarterback.
And also, I think that you just described Terrell Owens. And that's why, people forget that he learned from Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
And I do believe that even if he hadn't been forced out of the league, he would still be playing in the league right now.
It was a lot of years he was in the league.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah. He had a full career. He did.
He got forced out of the league. His last year was as good as Des Bryant's, and y'all think he gonna get a job?
I do.
He's a 15-year
His
career.
last
That's
year,
solid.
his last season last year was better than was as good as Des Bryant's. Excuse me. His last season in 2010, Terrell Owens was better than Des Bryant's last season. He had the exact same numbers with less games.
Was that the season or well, he wasn't playing, but the season where he was working out in his driveway saying, "Hey, I'm ready to play"?
No.
Or was that?
Oh, is that the
someone
season
else?
when he was doing sit-ups and everyone was watching him?
No, that's the
Yeah,
Eagles.
doing the curls.
That's in the
with him.
Eagles.
Was
That
that
was
in
when
the
he was with the
Eagles?
Eagles and the Eagles
Oh,
cut
then,
him.
okay.
Oh,
And then
okay.
That was when.
I don't understand why he.
That
had
was
to
when
do all
Andy
that
Reid.
stuff.
First of all, Andy Reid is an idiot. That's the
Little
reason that
attention
happened. None of that should have happened.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about this for a second.
Yeah, no, I'm happy. I'm dying to talk about T.O.
People-
for the last 4 weeks.
Sure.
People fucking because Terrell Owens is about to go into the Hall of Fame. and he just said that he's not going to go.
Real quick,
And I don't.
just on like,
I kind of don't blame him.
how does that work? So if he gets inducted to the Hall of Fame,
He's still gonna be
can
in the
he
Hall of
still,
Fame.
Can he still play though? Is that how
The
does-
induction-
What's the rules on that?
Oh yeah, you can still play. Yeah, you don't mean you can't.
So if you get inducted to the Hall of Fame, you could still be an active player.
If they wanted to, somebody wanted to sign you.
Yeah.
The only rules about the Hall of Fame is you have to be retired from the game for a certain amount of time.
But if you go back, it doesn't matter.
Oops.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean,
How
you could
interesting.
you're
So
just
you could
reinstating
you could
your
potentially
papers.
be in the Hall of Fame twice. You could have 2 Hall of Fame careers.
No, because you wouldn't put up the numbers.
Right.
Unless T.O. does something amazing.
Well, this is my other thing with T.O. Like, listen, T.O. was a great wide receiver. He really was. He never had a spectacular season. Like,
Well,
all
that's
of-
because
you know what I mean.
teams are stupid. This is what I was about to say.
because of that Brian Westbrook
Andy
picking up all
Reid-
those stats.
Ooh,
Andy Reid was
man.
a
I
fucking
miss
idiot.
Westbrook. He was
You know why
great.
Andy Reid was an idiot? Because he was given Terrell Owens, the best wide receiver in the league at the time, because Randy Moss was pouting at the time. People forget.
Yeah.
And
I don't forget this.
he wanted to
Arms
be
crossed on
there.
the sidelines. And
Right.
Randy Moss on the fucking sidelines with his arm
Right.
crossed.
And T.O. wanted to be there. He liked the situation he was in. Andy Reid had a problem between his star wide receiver and his star quarterback. He refused to have a meeting with the two of them. He refused to sit down and talk to both of them in the same room at the same time. It let everything boil over, which we've later found out that locker room and organization under Andy Reid was a little bit crazy. Friday fried chicken day. That's what they had on Fridays on 2 days before
2 days
the
before game time?
That's what they got going on. They had
Well,
PlayStation
wait.
3s all throughout
You
this
telling me
facility.
Andy Reid was eating fried chicken?
Oh no, the players were eating fried
He was
chicken. Every
feeding
day
his
is fried
players?
chicken day
That
for
is
Andy Reid.
hilarious.
That's shocking.
These are real life
He looks
things.
like
You can
he's
go back and
real
look it
as
up.
shit.
You can go back and look it up. There's real life reports.
I believe it.
When he got
Look-
kicked, when he got fired, all this stuff came out about Andy Reid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he failed the Eagles, not Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens is a player.
Yeah, no. Yeah. It's not like a wide receiver could not ruin a football team.
I just don't feel like any one player can
I mean, a
ruin a
quarterback
football team.
could potentially ruin a quarter.
Oh, for
like,
sure.
A football
Well, I
team.
mean, in the locker room sense.
Yeah.
Because there's just 52 fucking motherfuckers in there. Like, there's
Exactly.
52 players on a team.
And first off, your wide receiver should not be leading your football team. That should be your quarterback. And your
It
middle
shows you got a
linebacker.
weak position.
Or one of your linebackers.
Or your head coach.
Or maybe your coach.
Maybe their head coach should be
That's why
doing
they
it.
call it the head
You know,
coach.
I'm sure Mike Ditka was leading
Which
them.
I
85
don't feel
Bears
like
when they won the
I don't
Super
feel
Bowl.
like it's a bad thing for Julio Jones to be hanging out with Terrell Owens, because I've
cares?
always felt like Terrell Owens was just a bad look. Anyway,
Julio cares.
All right, and that's the podcast, everybody.
And I'm out. Deuces.
Oh, that's pretty good.
But
somebody's gonna get it
so
later.
Julio's looking for more money. That's what's happening. They just signed him to a 5-year.
Shouldn't he get more money?
Can they afford it? They just made Matt Ryan and Devontae Freeman
Which
the
is
highest
dumb.
paid
Dumb.
quarterback and running back.
Shouldn't have paid them at all. Why would you? First of all, why are you paying Matt Ryan? What is he without Julio Jones? I mean, seriously.
Bortles.
Exactly.
Maybe a little better than Bortles.
Yeah.
But
Phillip Rivers.
I mean, yeah, he's Johnny Manziel in college, with Mike Evans.
I just don't like the dude. I just don't like Matty Ice.
I'm like every other year I like him. I feel like,
Well, that's his thing.
yeah, you just
year
never know.
round.
I mean,
when you're gonna
everybody says that now since they made it to the Super Bowl, but like he was just known for getting bounced out the playoffs. That's all he was known for.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Before he made it to the Super Bowl,
That was
all
an
he was
easy
known for was
trip
just getting-
in the playoffs. Like,
Oh, every
you
time
will
he plays, he's
you
gonna-
will beat the Falcons.
Yeah.
yeah.
Every time Matt plays, he's gonna get beat. That's basically what his MO was.
Yeah.
But you know,
I mean, he's still good. He's still good. I would.
I don't think he's that good. I don't think, he's
think-
150 million good.
Is,
Oh,
he,
no.
is he a top 12? Oh, yeah, for sure. Not
He's a top
150
12
million.
quarterback
He's a top
in the
12
league.
quarterback.
$150 million.
I mean, we can't really pay
That's
in
a
this
little-
age of quarterback pay. We can't really pay attention to how much they get paid. We got to pay attention to their production, which that's why I say he's not that good.
He puts up solid numbers.
Numbers, see, that's another thing.
No,
Stats
like
stuff
numbers
and-
wise, yeah. Stats wise,
but what does those
on
W's say? Because
paper-
there's another number
Yeah.
that people always forget, and it's the W's. The
Yeah.
W's and the L's. What do the Dubs say? The Dubs say he's a below average quarterback in the playoffs. That's what the Dubs
It's all
say.
about the playoffs too. It should always be about the playoffs. You know,
Speaking of the playoffs,
Kyle Orton's numbers during the regular season on the Broncos are amazing, but that doesn't mean a damn thing. You know,
that's right. You know whose numbers are also amazing?
His name is Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
I got someone to contest.
We're segueing right into average quarterback play.
So you're saying or asking, is Aaron Rodgers the best regular season quarterback in the NFL right now?
Of all time.
Of all time.
Of all time?
Beating, is he the new Dan Marino / Peyton Manning?
I have someone up there that I think I put above Aaron Rodgers, and his name is Drew Brees. Drew Brees averages like 5,000 yards every single season and 25 to 35 touchdowns.
What's Drew Brees' playoff record?
He has a Super Bowl.
That I don't know.
Because
They both have Super Bowls.
well, what's his playoff record since his Super Bowl? Because what I will tell you, Aaron
That I don't
Rodgers is 5-6 with 2 losses at home. I believe the 2 losses that Drew Brees has since he's won a Super Bowl are away.
Ooh. So you saying Brees is a better playoff QB and Rodgers is a better regular season QB? Ding, 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 ding. Welcome to the show.
You've won a new car.
That's right.
Won
That's
a new
right.
car. I need a new car. Actually, like, not to digress.
Not to digress.
So, on my first day of shooting, so you know how I got into a car accident? So the side of my truck is like beat up. So I'm shopping around for a new truck, but I have to drive this truck around until I find something. So I came off the freeway. And my fucking door swung wide open. Oh, shit. If I didn't have my seatbelt on, I would have fell out of my fucking truck the first day of shooting.
Fuck?
Yeah, that
I
was
think you don't like lean on your door or nothing.
No, I do lean on my door. I'm a leaner, man. That's why it popped open on me. I was like, I was coming around the ramp, and I was like, woo! And it was like big. I was like, oh fuck!
God.
Like the car behind me saw it happen. It was so embarrassing. I was like, oh, I'm like reaching out to grab my door and hold on to my seatbelt.
They're like, this motherfucker's gonna jump.
Yeah, that was
He's gonna jump. He's
a
gonna
little
move.
eye opener to like really get on to get in the new truck. So I'm like, maybe I could ride this thing for a little bit longer. So I almost died while I was gone.
You like that? Set him up. I set him up.
So yeah,
knocked him down.
I'm looking for that new car that I just won, but I'll give you my information later, Bill.
It's right down there. There's a cup down there in the thing.
Are you starting some wine?
No. Got something coming through.
Who else? Who else would be even on this list? Tom Brady has great regular seasons, right?
What? No, listen. I'm talking about. This is not a good thing. This is a negative connotation to hold this badge of honor.
Oh, I thought you were praising.
This is a
Aaron
shame.
Rodgers.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I think
what we're
Aaron
talking
Rodgers
about
is shame.
is being a
This
good
is
quarterback
shame.
during the regular season, but
This is
shitty
shame.
during the playoffs. That's what we're talking about.
Right.
If you
he is below 50%.
See, this makes me happy
He
as
is
a Bears
below
fan.
500.
I love it.
as a quarterback in the playoffs, and is
So it's
known
like-
as the best quarterback in the league. He's
So it's like LeBron James in the
5-6.
NBA Finals.
No, hold on.
He's 5-6, man. He's 5-6 since he won a Super Bowl. That Charles Woodson literally broke his collarbone, dragging that entire defense to the Super Bowl. People forget. People want to forget.
Hold on. Can I ask an actual question? Because I actually don't know the answer.
Yeah.
Do you know the scores of the games he lost? Because I feel like even though he lost, I feel like they're in the 35s, 38 range, but the other team just scores.
I'm going to tell you
40
why
or
it doesn't
something.
matter. I'm going to tell you why it doesn't matter. I'm glad you asked that question. Because the reason it doesn't matter is they lose because of the way he feels they have to play in order for them to win, which is him throwing the ball 40 times a game.
Yep.
And them not running the ball, which is why they continue to lose in the playoffs. Not having a running game. You know why the Patriots were able to get 5 Super Bowls? Is because they've had a running game. Even when they don't really have a running game, they are able to run the ball somehow.
They have a running game. They don't have just an every down back, though.
Well, they have a running game, but they manufacture their runs. Like, you know what I'm saying? They get their runs regardless of the talent back there. They're going to run the ball.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. I'm agreeing
Yeah.
with you. I'm saying we're saying the same things, but it's not because Tom Brady wants to run the ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they're just playing football the way you're supposed to play football. And the reason the Eagles won the Super Bowl last year, when they needed to run the ball, they ran the ball and they were successful. Like,
Isn't that Mike McCarthy's job?
Last year they lost to the Falcons 34-23.
It's not good.
That's not good.
No bueno.
That's no bueno.
Yeah,
But I
man.
feel like the Packers have been like that since Brett Favre.
Well, Brett Favre used to keep him in games. He was the gunslinger.
That's what I mean. You
You just heard that blowout. You just heard that blowout number right there, though. That number that he just gave you. It was a blowout. And I think he lost by 10 points to... I mean, what do you consider a blowout anyway in NFL? I don't know.
I would say 17 points.
17 points? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's 17 points. To me, that's a close game, too. You know what I'm saying?
3 scores.
Yeah. To me, that's a close game. You don't know how that third score came. Was it garbage time?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
17 points with 4 minutes left.
But yeah, like, that is a significant margin to lose by, for sure.
Yeah, fuck Aaron Rodgers. I don't give a shit about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, man.
So are you trying to say that he's overrated? Let's say.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely overrated.
All right.
His Madden rating, 99.
He got a 99 in Madden.
Tom Brady,
Oh, yeah.
97.
You kidding me?
Shame.
Okay, hang on. Let me rephrase. That.
Might as well give
Last
Jay
year,
Cutler
the
a
Packers
96.
didn't make the playoffs.
Sorry.
So
Wasn't he hurt?
let me.
Yeah,
Rodgers
he
was hurt half
he
the
was
season.
hurt. He was hurt, but he came back the last game.
So this is not last year, 2 years ago when the Falcons went.
Right.
This is the stat.
Here
that I
we
was
go.
talking about. This is way worse. They lost 21-44.
Yeah, I think that's a blowout.
That's a blowout. That's a blowout.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. This guy, he's kind of poops out
Get him out of the
right
league.
around the playoffs there. Yeah. Yeah, he's bad. He's not good.
Who are you doing?
Yeah, the rock guy from the Thor.
Doing, the guy.
Thor.
The guy from What We Do in the Shadows.
Thor.
What's his name?
What's that? The director from Thor.
Tahiti something.
The director.
Yeah,
from,
the director of the new Thor.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I
Also
don't
the
know that
star
shit.
of and director of What We Do in
What
the
We Do in
Shadows.
the Shadows.
One of the greatest comedies of all time.
He's
He
he goes
also wrote and directed this.
got
this
pretty
indie
good
called
Tom.
Boy that
I'm
you
doing
can
a
see
pretty
if you haven't
good. I'm doing pretty good.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
And,
It's pretty close. It's pretty close. It's pretty close.
Spot on. Love it.
Not doing bad. Not doing.
10 out of 10.
Not doing bad.
Anyways, yeah, I would. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is great. He is a great quarterback. But yeah, they have some postseason problems. And listen, the year that he won the Super Bowl and got past my Bears in the NFC Championship, they should have lost that game. If Jay Cutler doesn't get hurt, the Bears potentially can win that game with that defense.
What is up with the relationship between Aaron Rodgers and Jay Cutler?
I just assume everybody hates Jay Cutler.
Like, yeah, okay, maybe that's it. Okay,
I'll
take that
Why?
because I don't know if you ever. I've watched almost every Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers game since the 2000, like
Yeah.
early 2000s, 2001.
Yeah.
Like probably every single one of them. And what's special about when Jay Cutler was a Bear and Aaron Rodgers had to play him
Yeah.
twice a year, he used to taunt Jay Cutler from the other side of the field, like
Thank you for
with this
for-
little
for saying
smoke
that.
symbol, like
Really?
Aaron Rodgers is a
Yeah.
fucking prick. He's a prick. Everyone acts
Why-
as if Aaron Rodgers is like this super good guy. He's this egomaniac that he's kind of an asshole. And yeah, and I hate him even more because he talks shit to my quarterback.
What does that even mean?
Smoking Jay? Have you not seen Smoking Jay?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so he's doing that shit to Jay Cutler, and then doing his fucking wrestling.
Okay.
shit, and his fucking gun, his little gun thing when he gets a first down and shit too. Fuck that guy,
Here-
he's
man.
got-
got,
here's
there's
my-
video of him doing that to Jay Cutler. Like
Yeah.
you got to like realize there's no respect right there. Like you know what I'm saying, and that's what I'm trying to.
Do you think
I don't
Aaron Rodgers
understand
respects
where it is.
anybody? I don't
No.
think he respects anybody.
And he doesn't even respect the craft of acting because he's got to be one of the worst athlete actors I've ever seen in my entire life. I hate that discount double check commercial, and he.
Oh, those are terrible.
What do
Those
you
are
think?
terrible.
You're a working actor. Not
Yeah.
who cares what I think? Isn't he one of the worst?
He's terrible. He's terrible.
Oh.
He's right up there with LeBron James.
Don't forget about the discount double check. Oh yeah, the discount double check.
You think
Yeah, the
LeBron
discount
James
double
is not that good, huh?
Oh man, LeBron
As an actor,
James.
is he in the spray commercial?
He's in a lot of
Right,
commercials.
he's in a lot, and he's also in some movies now because he's trying to, hit
Own
up
Hollywood.
the Hollywood shit.
Judd Apatow. He was in what was
The
that?
Bill Hader
Yeah,
thing.
anybody who's
He did this. He did this with his hands the whole time. This is
anybody
his
who's
move.
famous can be
The
in
whole
a.
time. He drove
I've
me
come to the
insane. He
decision.
was in the movie for me.
I've come to the conclusion that anybody who's famous can be in a Judd Apatow movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
All you have to do is literally just call Judd Apatow and be
You
like,
need at least
I
do you need a
just-
cameo?
50,000 Twitter followers, and you can be in a Judd Apatow movie.
50,000? Oh shit, no.
I think you need more than
You're
that.
gonna need like 50 million.
Yeah.
No, to be honest, you're gonna need like Rock numbers.
The Rock.
What are Rock's numbers on Twitter?
Rock is like got like 6 million followers.
We're close. We're at we're at 29 now. I think we we lost the follower, but I think the follower we lost was a robot.
Oh, good. We don't want those.
So
those
we don't
fake
want those
numbers.
Those fake ass fans following us on Twitter. I
No Russians. There's no collusion.
Oh, speaking of that guy, real quick, do you guys know anything about the space army that he's
Real
trying
fast.
to put money in?
Real fast. I have no idea. Explain it to us.
Real quick.
What is
So Trump wants to start another division in the military, a sixth division that's focused on space, and it's basically a space army to protect us from like people.
Aliens?
Things happening in space. Possibly, he thinks we need to have control over space right now, like with the satellites and stuff. And we have a division that does that already. And he's starting a whole new division, which is going to cost us lots and lots of money, the taxpayers' dollars, to focus a new military division that's focused on outer space.
Oh my
and-
God.
And taking over the final frontier.
This dude has seen Independence Day way too many times.
It's insane, man. Like, is he trying to fight aliens or something?
Look,
That's
we don't talk
hilarious.
politics on this often, but I'm going to say right now what I haven't gotten a chance to say on this podcast
great.
is that Trump is clinically like got Alzheimer's or dementia or something. Like he is out of it. He's walking around like my grandfather used to have dementia, like onset. He had onset Alzheimer's, which you can walk around functioning like a real normal human being, like your normal self, but still not be all there.
Yeah.
I can just imagine his idea of just like 100,000 soldiers on the moon with machine guns. Just
Waiting?
like, I'm ready whenever they come. I'm gonna blast these off into
We
zero
thought-
gravity.
We thought Vietnam was bad. Wait till we go to fucking Mars and sit around and wait for a war.
It's just like setting up mines
Speaking
for no
of
one.
speaking of wars, it's time to move on to the NBA. Oh shit!
He's heating up. He's on fire from downtown.
There's a war brewing. That's right. It's in San Antonio.
Ooh, it's getting dark and gray.
San Antonio, they done said, hey, bro, I'm ready to spit fire.
Some say fire.
So skin that smoke wagon.
He's heating up.
I
Who's saying
challenge you to a
The
duel.
fans, the Spurs, or Kawhi Leonard are saying that.
Kawhi Leonard has slapped the Spurs
Oh, that's why
in the face
it's
with
an
his little
old-fashioned
glove.
get down war, brother. Everybody's saying it.
So what is happening?
Can I just say something real fast?
Go ahead.
Please.
Everybody go
There
in.
is absolutely nothing conclusive to say about Kawhi Leonard.
Nothing at all.
Every
I
article,
got something conclusive to say about
every
about Kawhi.
article you've ever seen is all clickbait, and it's just the author throwing out trade ideas.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing conclusive that happened is that Popovich met with Kawhi Leonard in San Diego.
Which
I
is
think
where he went to
2
school.
days ago.
Which
Yeah.
is where he went to school.
Yeah. And that's all where the story ends.
That's
Anything
it.
written afterward is just like, so the Lakers could propose this, or the Clippers can propose that, or the Celtics can propose this. It's all clickbait.
Yeah.
So don't you don't know until you know.
Except on this show.
all
There's
we
one
know-
thing that we do know.
Kawhi's unhappy,
yes.
and he doesn't want to be in San Antonio.
Yes.
How he's going to get out of San Antonio is a real mystery.
My whole thing is, how do you know we know that he's unhappy? See, this is my thing. This is what we do know.
Because he came out and said
He did not come out and say
his
anything.
camp came out and said.
Let me say what we do know. What we do know
what
is
do we know, Bill?
Dennis Robinson, his uncle.
Dennis Robinson?
It's his name. Yeah,
I think that's his name.
Who's
That's
that?
his name.
That's his uncle. That's his,
It's his-
like.
I'm telling you right now.
He's leading the camp.
I'm telling you right now. Yeah.
I think we
Oh.
talked about this, man.
Okay.
Last year, before the beginning of this season, I mean, the season that just ended, Kawhi Leonard fired his agent that he's had the entire time he's been in the league and hired his uncle.
It's always a mistake.
His uncle has thus far been running all of the, like, Kawhi has not been running anything. You do not talk to Kawhi with Kawhi. You talk to Kawhi and his uncle in every situation since last year. What I am trying to say is, well, one thing we can say is his uncle is dictating all of this. His uncle is from New Jersey. When his father passed away, as we explained on the last episode, his uncle became a big part of his life and a big father figure to him. So you have to realize that this dude has a lot of control over what this dude can think. And Kawhi kind of doesn't give a shit enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not the kind of dude who's going to be like, yo, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I think we're seeing a bad story before our eyes that we can't quite grasp yet. But when all of the information comes out later, we're gonna be like, hopefully we're not like, man, that's how he lost all his money, right there, making those decisions right there.
Like, I don't even know if Kawhi cares about the money at this point.
But you don't want him to be broke.
No,
when he's,
exactly. And this is the problem with this uncle. Doesn't this uncle have some kind of business that's kind of failing too? That's all banking on
That's
Kawhi
what I hear.
and endorsements and stuff like that.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, that's the
But
word.
this
on
is
the
what
street.
see, we're giving you the shit that ESPN won't give you because they can't say that kind of stuff on television and still go on and have good relationships with these players later.
Oh right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about an integrity thing.
Yeah, we sacrifice all of our relationships with these professional athletes, and we just say what
Bye-bye,
we
dinner
want.
with Kawhi.
Yeah, sorry,
Right.
Kawhi. I guess we're not playing pickup basketball this Saturday.
You know what I'm saying? I'll call you later, Kawhi. But don't get mad. Like, I'm just telling you how it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, because I'm
That's if
worried
his
about
uncle lets you talk on the phone with him.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm worried about him. He ghosted me on my lunch date last week.
See, that's just not cool, man.
And, I'm worried
that
about
happens.
him. I'm worried. It's a
Kawhi,
very
why you
LA
gotta
thing to do.
that?
He's from Los Angeles, so I'll give him a pass.
You send a little emoji, like one of those with the hands up in the air.
Can't really do this on a podcast.
Yeah, I
You'd expect
know.
them to know.
This is why we need a videographer.
Shout out to you all, you know what I'm saying? If you know somebody, if you want to be that somebody, come on up here and get your work in. It's not much work. It's just...
Yeah, you just point the camera. Well, I guess it would be fun if someone had a handheld thing. You know,
It's not fun to watch.
around. Because you don't want a wide of
It's not fun to watch.
Yeah, just like podcasts in general.
We're not going to debate this here. We're not debating this here. Look,
Yeah. Anyways,
Where's
back to
Kawhi
Tim
going?
Duncan supposedly flew to New York to try to meet him. Popovich flew to New York to try to meet him. He flew to San Diego to finally actually meet him. Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah. I mean, this is what I was texting you guys. I feel like when you have an unhappy player like that, you can either spitefully keep him because you can and you should, but why would you want a guy that doesn't want to play for you on your team? Because Kawhi doesn't want to be there anymore. Tony Parker, Ginobili, and them, he doesn't want to play with those fucking chumps anymore. He wants to get the hell out. He wants to come home, seemingly, or go somewhere else and be happy and enjoy playing the game. It seems like Kawhi's not happy playing the game in San Antonio anymore.
And I think you should trade him. Otherwise, you might be just wasting money.
How can
on
you
the
say
bench.
it looks like he's not happy playing the games? Did you see the 9 games that he played? Because he didn't play, supposedly, because he was hurt.
Yeah.
So
No.
are you saying, see, this is what my thing is.
Yeah.
People, we can't have it both ways. The way everybody talks on television is that, just like you said, like he's not happy. Da-da-da-da. Did he play?
Yeah. He played.
9
So
games.
was he
Yeah.
hurt? Or was he just pouting? Was he did he really have an injury, or was he really just mad?
I don't know.
Like
Now, hold
that's my
on.
thing.
Like,
That's my thing
another
is though,
thing-
like you
that's
can't.
another thing we don't know.
His camp can't have it both ways, and that's the way they're trying to do it right now. And that's I guarantee you they're gonna have problems. San Antonio is gonna come back to them with, look, we can't trade you. Nobody, the people who we want to trade you to don't want you because they don't know if you're healthy, and the people who want you, we're not trading to. So
I think someone's going to put.
What are you gonna
together a
do?
Package that's going to make sense for Kawhi.
Well, here's the thing. If they do spitefully keep him, I actually am starting to think I wouldn't put it past him to sit out another season and just forego all the money on that extension or whatever, because he did it this season. I mean, every
he did
week
it this season supposedly because he was hurt though.
Well,
he
yeah.
didn't, so he didn't choose. He actually physically could not perform. So that's
if
what I'm
they-
trying to
if they
say.
do
I'm trying to
keep
make
him-
sure we're keeping the narrative.
Yeah.
I'm only trying to make sure we're keeping the narrative how it's supposed to be, because if what you're saying is true, then he wasn't actually hurt.
Well, no, because
But I know that's not what you're trying to say. You're trying to say, so I'm just making sure we're going down the right path here.
Right. So his options are, I mean, he either plays with the Spurs next year, and all this blows over, and he gets his contract extension. He sits out, which is a possibility, being unhappy, not wanting to play, or blaming it on a nagging injury, whatever the case might be. Or maybe before tomorrow, there's a huge fucking trade that happens with
Fucking
draft picks, and Kawhi's packing his bags, and the Spurs are drafting like 15 people in the the NBA draft.
those are the options. I think that's all we know.
I think that's all we know, right?
Dwight Howard just got traded today. His first trade shake-up.
of the summer.
Shake it up in the world. You know what I just heard?
Annual Dwight Howard trade.
Right after y'all text the group inside the group chat. Right after y'all texted me about the Dwight Howard trade, I was like listening to the radio and heard that the dude might get bought out by the
wow.
Nets.
It's crazy though. It's
Like
crazy.
they might just buy his whole contract out. Well, why did you just trade for him?
It's so bizarre. Dwight Howard too. Okay, I'm gonna throw up two people's stats lines for you guys. Okay, so the first stat line is 28 minutes a game, 17.6 points, 9.3 rebounds, 45% from the field. The other stat line is 16.6 points, 12.5 rebounds a game, 58.5% from the field.
Who are we talking about again?
Let's guess. Who are those two players that I'm talking about?
I'm gonna say one of them is Dwight Howard.
Correct.
All right.
Obviously, because
So it's either 17 and 12, 9 or 18 and 12.
Tim Duncan?
16.6, 12.5, or 17.6, 9.3. 16.6 with 58.5%
Wait,
from
did
the
these
field.
players play last year? This is last year's
Both these
numbers?
guys played last year.
Okay, so not Tim Duncan.
Or 45% from the field.
I'm gonna say Dwight is the above 50% shooter.
He's the bug. So he had the 16.6 and 12.5
Yeah.
rebounds. Who would be the other player if
Fuck,
that's
I don't
the
know.
case? 17.6 and 9.3 rebounds at 45%.
Is
from the
it?
field.
Is it? Hold on. Is it Brook Lopez?
No.
Is it Blake Griffin?
No. It's Kevin Love. Dwight Howard actually doesn't put up bad numbers. Nobody wants him though. He had 16.6 and 12.5 rebounds a game.
Oh, wait.
He shot 58.5% from the field. He had better numbers than Kevin Love.
You saying that reminded me that it wasn't that the Nets were going to buy him out. It was that Charlotte was planning on buying him
Instead
out.
of trading him?
Instead of trading him, but then they ended up trading him because he's such a problem in the locker room.
That's what I'm hearing. He's such a problem that nobody wants him. That's a serviceable center in the NBA.
But you can't space the floor. He can't hit a 3-pointer.
I mean, that's the difference between Kevin Love and him, you know. But as a guy coming off the bench that you need to give your center a break,
People were
and you
saying-
can put him in to get
That would
rebounds
be a
and put up 10 points
some
a game.
people-
That's
Why not?
6 Man of the Year award numbers.
Some people were saying
That's
that they
six man of the
should have
year.
traded. Some people were saying he could have been traded to the Cavs early in the season before the trade deadline, but the numbers don't match up on his contract. He gets paid a lot of money.
Like Dwight Howard or Tristan Thompson. I don't know.
I'll take Dwight Howard.
I might
I
take
think I would
Dwight
take
too,
Dwight,
man.
too.
He's gonna do the same thing.
Look,
but
he's a
actually
bitch,
put up
but
some
I
points.
would take him. He's got the numbers. I mean, I would take him over Tristan Thompson.
Like Dwight Howard still almost averaged 20 points a
He
game.
is the overachieving Tristan Thompson.
Yeah. I mean, neither of those guys are going to spread the floor.
They're really
Dwight
about
Howard
the
still
same height.
averaged 1.6 blocks a game.
He would have hit rim at least when LeBron James passed the ball to him when he had Steph Curry on him.
Well,
Instead
okay.
of Tristan
He
Thompson
was a
airball.
So let me ask y'all a
57% free throw
question.
shooter
Let me
last
go
year.
ahead and
That's
get into
not
it.
His worst number.
We gotta leave. We gotta leave Dwight alone because we can't talk about him. We're gonna leave. We're gonna jump back into Kawhi. Kinda. We're gonna jump into the LeBron debate.
Oh, I like that question.
So where y'all gonna? First of all, before we
Too
get
many.
before we're not even gonna talk about where LeBron's gonna go.
No, let's
We're gonna
talk about the
about
question that you asked.
the reason no one will come to
The Lakers.
the Cavaliers.
Oh, Cavaliers.
The LeBron.
Oh,
Lear.
this is an easy question.
I asked the question: is LeBron James the reason
that people
people
don't want to play with him.
don't want to come to the Cavaliers?
100%.
Why?
Because he only signs 1-year contracts and he wants other people to sign long deals because that's the only way they can get big money. But he can do whatever he wants.
And then he's just gonna leave him behind.
Yeah, that's why Kyrie got out.
They don't. Nobody knows what the fuck he's gonna do. I think Kevin Love's contract's really up for what, 2 more years or something like that. Because he knew that he was gonna. He gave him like a 3-year guarantee, like verbally, like yo.
And that's the
remember
only way-
the tent meeting, the poolside
Yeah, yeah.
LeBron James
Las
is a
Vegas
fickle
tent meeting.
motherfucker, man.
And that's the only way Kevin Love can get the most money is signing a max contract.
So I think LeBron James has to look at himself in the mirror and say, look, I'm the reason that I can't get nobody to come here. If he was to sign a contract for 5 years and say, I'm going to be here in Cleveland, I think people are jumping ship all over the NBA to get to Cleveland.
Knowing that LeBron's gonna stay
Knowing that he's
going
gonna
to
be there for 5
and be a
years.
part of something
that's
more than a
100%
one
true.
and done.
That's 100% true.
Yeah.
I think Kyrie maybe even said that on record, like he or behind the scenes, like he didn't want to be dicked around, like on the fence. Like, am I going to be here winning championships, or am I going to be here again in the lottery on the
Right.
Cleveland team
Yeah. Yeah, with a bunch of like chumps on a shitty ass.
with Tristan Thompson and
basketball
J.R.
team.
Smith?
Yeah. I mean, that has to have something to do with it.
I was
mean,
really anticipating you guys to disagree with me.
No, but I do think.
I think we talked about it before. How LeBron is even like hard to play with for.
Oh, yeah, that's for
some of
sure.
these young guys, and that I mean the whole contract thing. I didn't even think about like the fact that he's going to leave you whenever he wants is a problem because you're going to jump on board and you want a big contract to get paid because you're playing with LeBron James, and then he leaves you.
Yeah.
and then you're stuck with a bunch of fucking chumps in Cleveland.
Chumps.
So that's off the court. I think on the court, I think it could be the same thing. He's a ball dominant guy who kind of does his own thing, and at least maybe it was what he was given, but Kyrie Irving needed the ball in his hand, and I feel like when he was playing with LeBron, he wasn't playing to his full capabilities, and it wasn't until like LeBron was on the bench and like he was on the floor that where he could, get to the rack pretty much anytime he wanted, play his game.
Right, because it's extremely hard. What people didn't notice or point out about what Kyrie was doing this year on the Celtics, before he got hurt, was he was playing well off the ball, and it's extremely hard to play with LeBron James off the ball. Like
You stand around and hit a
He
three.
needs you to clear out so he can
Do
take
that
up
drag
all of
thing.
this space,
Yeah, and then kick it out.
and then maybe kick it out.
Maybe kick it out.
Or if they double, then pass to you, and then you better hit a
Right.
three-pointer.
I mean, yeah. Hey, does it work? It works, but like, it's kind of boring if your skill sets are more than that.
Oh yeah, it doesn't
And then
allow
every
you
once in a while you get
to
to-
show off your skills by any means. It's all about look what LeBron can do. Look how awesome his passes are. Look at how great he could drive. He can hit this fucking three once in a while. When the rest of these guys are like, I was a superstar before I got here, and now I'm just sitting here playing with my dick in the corner, waiting for LeBron to throw a sweet pass to me that everyone would be like. I'll be on SportsCenter's top 10, but it'll be about the pass that LeBron threw to me and not about me hitting this fucking shot.
Exactly. I think that's what's been wrong with J.R. Smith all season. And like at the beginning of the playoffs last season, like he's got it in his head that LeBron ain't fucking with him. He's not gonna pass him the ball. So why do I even what am I out here for? Like he's like a horse that's been stabled. We just no. I'm supposed to be that was great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Mr. Ed just walked in.
Been practicing my horse.
But yeah, I just feel like that he's like a domesticated animal.
Yeah, for sure.
And now he's just kind of like docile. That's why I think he can be good on another team. Still, it's just this team doesn't service what he does well, which is just allow him to jack up some crazy shots.
LeBron's just sucking the confidence out of everyone around him because they're probably scared to let loose around LeBron too, because he'll yell at them.
I'm going to throw out some names.
Yeah.
Ray Allen, Kyle Korver, and I think the entire Warriors roster, starting 5.
Okay.
Those are the best catch and shoot guys where you're just standing and just hit a 3.
Yeah.
The guys,
Used to be Melo.
other
He used
players.
to be in that conversation.
Reggie Miller was.
Reggie
Well,
Miller.
JJ
hold on.
Redick.
Oh, JJ.
So that's
If
what
he
I'm
could be
saying. JJ
consistent,
Redick,
yeah.
Reggie Miller,
Yeah,
Rip
JJ would be in
Hamilton,
there.
those guys were at least
Rip.
coming off screens and getting in
Yeah, yeah.
motion. And yeah, great shooters. But that's not what the Cavs were doing. It was, again, a lot of standing around, no ball movement, just stand and shoot. And that's a really hard shot. And like I said, the people that come to my mind is Ray Allen, Kyle Korver, who we had, but even he was kind of even better when coming off screens.
And he's shooting,
And anyone-
5 shots a game, too?
Yeah.
Like, it's not even, like, taking advantage of him.
Right. So that's why you saw a lot of missed threes. Even though they were open, it's hard to catch and shoot.
Can't expect a volume shooter to get 10 shots and score well. You can't expect that consistently. So,
Any
anyway.
other hard-hitting questions for us, Bill?
Yeah, where do you think LeBron James is gonna be?
Too many possibilities.
I mean, it's
It's a lot of
nut
dominoes
up.
a lot of dominoes that have to fall.
I mean, I'm still.
Well, look, I'm gonna tell you right
I'm,
now.
I'm with Houston or Lakers right now.
Well, I'm gonna
Didn't
tell
you
you.
read that Chris Paul said, or someone said, LeBron James doesn't like Houston as a city.
Oh,
I'm just
really?
kidding. It's clickbait. It's all clickbait.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Well,
look, check
He
this
once
out. Check this
said
out.
3 years ago he didn't like Houston as a city, so that must.
I mean, I'm
roll.
still fine with LeBron coming to Los Angeles. I mean, I don't know. I haven't been like, I haven't
just-
heard anything that's going to be like, oh, no, never mind. He's going to fucking the Wizards or some shit like
It's
that.
only if. You know what? You're right. If I had to put money, it would be the Lakers because I'm 99% sure Paul George is coming to the Lakers.
I want to predict right now that
He stays in Cleveland.
Cleveland is going to make a crazy trade, and tomorrow is.
is the deadline?
We recorded this Wednesday, so if you're listening to this, it's probably draft day, and I'm probably wrong or right.
Yeah. The draft could be happening
Already.
when we release this already.
And well, no, it'll be released before the draft, but you'll probably listen to it after the draft is.
I'm sure no one's sitting around like, where's that damn podcast? Damn it. Pausing the draft. Got to listen to it.
But I think that LeBron James is going to stay. And if he leaves, I don't think he's going to be a Laker unless Kevin Durant leaves, who is an unrestricted free agent at
Yeah,
this
but-
moment.
Why would Kevin leave, man? He's
Why would
already
he
dealt-
opt out of $38 million?
I mean, he's a part of something real special right now.
Why did he opt out of the money, though?
Maybe it's not about the money, man. I don't know.
So you
I
think
think it's
he's-
so he can keep that
Get more?
keep that core together.
Yeah? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean-
I think he's opting out so he can
Someone's
see-
going to have to take a pay cut to keep all those guys.
I think he's opting out to see if he can get with another super team,
No.
or maybe convince LeBron to come to convince
Philly?
LeBron to go to Golden State.
There's no
I'd say
way.
that's
There's
1%
no way
chance.
that happens.
I don't think that's going to happen,
That's
but I'm
crazy.
just saying I think there's all these
I mean,
things
all
are
these
less
possibilities-
likely to
Yeah,
happen than
there's-
it is for the Cleveland. It's more of a possibility that Cleveland makes a whole bunch of trades because they don't have bad players like everybody keeps saying. All those players people would take.
Well,
in a
LeBron's also
heartbeat.
going to go somewhere that he wants to go. You know, he's in charge of that.
Family is
And the family is a thing with him.
Exactly.
Where does his family want to?
Because he's not catching
That's what
Jordan. on
everybody
rings.
keeps saying.
We all know that. Unless he joins up with Golden State, which is crazy. So
Can I tell you my Laker theory? Actually,
I'd love to hear that.
so I told you this yesterday. You shot me down, or last week. But hear me out. LeBron James, I say no matter where he goes, he's not winning a championship next year.
no.
Yeah,
Maybe Houston.
Maybe Houston, but I think there's no stopping this Warrior
If he
train.
goes to Houston, they got to lose Capella or convince him to take what bare minimum, take less than he was
if
making
goes to
last
Houston,
year.
they'll be like, okay, bye Capella. We have LeBron James now, so he's going to fill in that hole.
So if they lose a Capella, that's
And
actually,
and they
crazy.
lose Ariza, and they gonna lose PJ Tucker.
Get rid of Ryan
and they would
Anderson,
lose
Ariza, Capella,
and Gordon possibly too.
and Gordon. That's fine. You still have LeBron James, so
I'd say-
I guess it evens
I would
out.
say-
just fill it.
That's the
just
core
fill
of the
in
team.
holes.
That's the
Just
whole
fill in
damn
holes.
team.
you lose a lot of things if you get LeBron.
I don't see why Houston would do that. They almost beat Golden State. This
Right. So LeBron James, if LeBron James knows he's not going to win a championship, but he does need at least one more championship to solidify his greatness as one of the greats, then he doesn't need to win now, but he does need to win one later on. And if we all think that he plays another 4 years, then the Lakers would be a good spot. That way, he and Paul George can be there, and they have a lot of young players who will either be better players or are assets to trade away. And if the Warriors, as dynasties do, start to fall,
some
then
point.
that would be a way for him to dethrone them at some point 3 or 4 years later down the line, while also being a popular free agent spot if they already have all these great players and more great players want to come.
I mean, that's what would happen if, let's say, LeBron and Kawhi or LeBron and Paul George or someone. All these, they'll be able to fill in the holes on players taking pay cuts on 1-year contracts and stuff like that just to play with them. Guys
Yeah.
chasing rings and stuff.
Yeah,
That
David
would-
West.
Yeah, those kind of guys, And,
Yeah.
and championship teams, they all have those guys. They all have those guys that actually play.
So that's my reasoning for why the Lakers have a 30% chance of landing LeBron James.
I think it's between Cleveland and Los Angeles.
You know what's gonna happen? You think Kawhi is a part of that?
I don't know.
I think Hawaii might be a part of that.
I think that
Either in
he's not.
2019.
Let me tell you something. For all you people who think Kawhi Leonard is going there, I'm going to tell you exactly what Greg Popovich is about to do. He's about to make that fool play or not play, and he's just going to have to – because let me tell you what they did last year without Kawhi Leonard. They made the motherfucking playoffs. So let me just tell you what he's going to do.
They almost
He's gonna-
didn't make the playoffs, too.
Oh,
yeah.
Like 6 other teams almost made.
No,
didn't
that's
make
what
the
I'm saying,
playoffs. Like
though,
that's
like-
just the West. That's
Yeah,
just the West.
yeah.
If you weren't in the third spot, you almost missed the playoffs. That's
Even
just
the
crazy.
third spot almost didn't.
Well, no,
make
they
the
locked.
playoffs.
Portland locked it in, and
But they were only like 2 games ahead of.
they
like,
got swept.
I mean, that's crazy.
They got
I know.
swept. But anyway,
Sorry to the Portland fans out there. Sorry, Kevin.
whole point is, Kawhi Leonard ain't going nowhere. Y'all
Where
think-
will he go next summer then?
Next time, yeah, he's
he can do
leaving.
what- I don't know
either-
what he's gonna do. He can do whatever he want to do, but guess what? He won't be able to do.
Get a max.
He won't be able to sign with the Lakers next summer.
Unless it's via trade.
Period. Point blank. Next year, he will not be able to sign with the Lakers if he doesn't. So you're saying like if he leaves the San Antonio Spurs next year, they will already have maxed out all their deals
That's
because
the scary part.
he won't be able to sign with the Lakers. Well, so whatever I'm telling you, Popovich
Unless-
is going to make.
So he's gotta be
Popovich's
pushing
number one
hard for a
enemy in
trade
the
right
West
now.
is not Golden State. It's not the Phoenix Suns. It's not the OKC Thunder. It's the Los Angeles Lakers, and he's not fixing to trade. He's not fixing to trade Kawhi Leonard to the Los Angeles Lakers. I just do not see it happen.
But in 2019, when he's a free agent, if LeBron and Paul George already have talked to Kawhi Leonard and they take some pay cuts now so that he could get his equal
LeBron James already said he's not taking a pay cut.
Yeah,
Oh, did he say
LeBron
that?
is not taking.
He's already said I'm
This
not
was his-
ever taking another pay cut.
This was like
ever.
his big plan, like for
Yes.
right now, is to do
All
the
of this.
Supermax
The
contract.
Supermax was look. They extended 2 years ago. They being Chris Paul and LeBron James extended the age limit from 35 to 37
Yeah.
so that they could get the max contracts because max you don't get a max contract after 35. We used to not. Actually, no, I think it was 33. Might have been 33. But anyway. I think it's 35. I think I'm going to stick with that first one.
Let's go with 35.
35.
Either way, it's a hell no from me.
And so, yeah, now a max player can get a max contract till 37 years old. And LeBron James is looking for that. And there's no reason for them to have gone through all of that arbitration and blase to not do this.
Yeah.
You know.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Tomorrow's the day.
Tomorrow's the day. I'm hoping for some big trades.
I think we're gonna
that'll
get
make the
it.
draft very exciting. Because unlike you guys,
Luka Doncic.
I will
going
not be
to
watching the NBA draft. I will read about it after it's all over.
Then I'll
The,
ask James. James, is Luka is Luka Doncic getting drafted number 1 or number 2?
I think number 3 or 4.
Ooh,
I think.
hot take.
No, it's not a hot take. A lot of people are saying that, but I think my reasoning is that he said that he doesn't want to play for the Kings. He might stay in Europe if he gets drafted by the Kings, and I think Vlade Divac is a bad general manager and will. What am I wrong?
No, I'm just gonna say that I think he falls to the 16th pick and the Suns pick him after they fucked up the first pick. Hey, I'm out here picking drama, man. It's always a dramatic
Give me some drama
night.
in the draft.
Thursday
Give it to
night, NBA draft. That's right, baby. ESPN, probably. I don't know. I ain't checked out the things, but you got Google. You probably correct me.
Probably. I don't know.
It's ESPN.
Yeah, it's probably. I don't fucking know.
It's usually ESPN. They have a monopoly on such
Yeah.
things.
Did you guys hear that Steph Curry's wife opened up a barbecue joint in Houston? What the fuck is she doing? Did you guys hear about this?
Why would you do that?
So Houston, everyone's
Have you
just
ever-
giving
have
her
you ever looked
one-star
at-
reviews on
have you ever-
Yelp and
Oh my
talking
God.
shit to her. It's fucking
Have you ever-
hilarious.
Oh, that's
Have you
awesome.
ever looked at Have you ever looked at the real estate in San Francisco, man? Shit, man. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I would,
Oh, all right.
Millions.
I would definitely
mean-
go to Houston. I just
Yeah.
wouldn't have told nobody it was mine. I would have.
Maybe not Houston. Maybe I would just
Maybe
go
San-
somewhere that doesn't have a basketball team that
San
hates
Jose?
my son's basketball.
San Jose?
or my husband's basketball team.
San Jose,
Maybe San Jose,
Oakland.
Bakersfield,
Bakersfield, Ohio.
Vallejo. Somewhere out in Vallejo.
Maybe Vallejo.
Sunnyvale, California.
Do y'all
Also,
have-
real quick, congratulations to the.
I was about to say, do y'all have any shout outs? Look, y'all are all.
Yeah.
We're professionals
Yeah, we're
now.
doing this right
I was about
now.
to say, do you have
Yeah, I
any
do.
shout outs? Look at that.
Real quick, congrats to Japan's World Cup soccer team on their win. I did wake up at 5 a.m. to watch this game against Colombia.
You
and
did.
started
There's
training
video
at 5
evidence
a.m.
of it.
Right
I got
on.
video of it. So congrats, guys, and also thoughts and prayers to anyone hurt in the earthquakes that happened in Japan.
There was an earthquake in Japan.
There's a big earthquake, 6.1.
We gotta watch out for tsunamis.
Yeah, 3 died, 300 hurt, or something like that.
Shit.
So that game hopefully was for everyone that got hurt, and
yeah.
congratulations to Japan.
Congrats, indeed.
Go Japan, because USA's not in it, so I'm going for my mom's country. Let's do it.
Yeah. There are no countries that I care about that are in the World Cup.
You guys, we don't have to talk about. That was all the World Cup we had to talk
So
about.
yeah,
know if you guys
that's.
were
I
following.
told y'all.
Soccer's so fun.
That's all you getting. I'm a diehard American. Damn it. Roll Tide.
Oh, there it is.
And we're gonna talk about college football next fucking week, maybe.
Next week we're gonna talk about.
Are there
college football?
games this week?
Yeah, there's games next week.
All right.
No,
God.
we gotta talk about some college football next week, man. It's coming up, man.
Teaser.
It's about to fucking happen, man.
Yeah.
That little-
Also, for you two, I need you guys to see Hereditary.
Okay.
If anyone's listening that hasn't seen it, go see it and scare the shit out of
Yeah,
yourself.
people.
My buddy was telling me that his friends.
Wait a minute. Did you just endorse a movie?
Man,
Yeah.
are we gonna do a movie podcast soon?
Yeah,
This
are we,
is- that's
this is
different.
leading into us talking about TV shows and movies. I thought this was a genius thing to bring up to get everyone ready for it.
2-minute teaser.
There is a friend of my friend's who had an anxiety attack during the movie
fuck.
so bad they found him face down outside the theater and had to call the ambulance afterwards.
Jesus Christ.
Can I laugh
So
at that?
go see this
Yeah.
movie.
Can I laugh at
Either
that?
this is the craziest movie of all time, or that dude needs to not go to
Marcus,
movies.
hey Marcus, can you
I
hand
don't
me that
want to
wine bottle
overhype
over there?
it, but it might send you to the
One that's
hospital.
twist off is open on it.
The movie was so scary. We have people dying in here.
The #1 hospital movie of all time.
Well, I'm going to drink to Hereditary.
Nice.
I'm gonna drink to it. Sounds like a good movie. He hadn't led me to a bad movie yet. Except that movie that came on after the movie that I saw that you were in. That
Which-
movie was pretty crazy.
which movie?
The movie that I saw you in, where you were with that girl and y'all like had a reunion or some shit.
This dude has been in so many movies he can't even picture.
The one that premiered in Pasadena.
Oh, Mickey.
But the movie that played after that movie
Oh, the tsunami movie.
was strange.
Oh yeah, that's with the great guy, the Liu King from Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat.
Luke. Hey,
Oh,
shout
shit.
out to him.
Dude, I got pictures with him. I got
Oh,
to,
that's
shake his
awesome.
hand. I did like
That was
fighting
cool.
thing with
He was
him.
cool.
He was fucking dope. He was the
But-
nicest guy ever. Looks great too.
But
Super old. But
I think he's a computer scientist right now. I watch Mortal Kombat
that would kind of explain.
every so often, and I just do an IMDb deep dive and just
Yeah.
figure out where these guys went.
is that what he's doing?
I think he's a computer
That's
scientist.
probably what explained the movie a little bit.
He wasn't in acting classes, but he was doing.
That movie was. Hey man, you gotta pay the bills,
Hey,
You gotta pay the bills.
and you gotta work.
I would
gotta
kill to be
work?
in a movie right now.
You gotta work because you gotta work to get to work.
gotta work to get to work.
You know what I'm saying? That's a little lesson to all you aspiring actors out there. Now, back to sports. We're out.
Later.
We're out of this bitch. No, I'm just joking. Look, go on
Oh, I take back the
YouTube.
later. Never mind.
Suck for another 10
No.
minutes here.
Listen. Be professionals about this, guys. Be professionals. Just go on YouTube and subscribe. I know you're listening right now on YouTube, but just subscribe and go to Instagram and follow. Go to Twitter and follow us.
Yeah, why
You know
not?
what I'm saying?
Did you smoke that whole blunt?
Nah, I've been smoked. That's
Holy
been done. It's been gone. Yeah, but anyway, America knows how long ago I finished it because I stopped coughing.
Yeah, well done. Well done. I think we all got a little high off of that. Thing.
Yeah.
It was everywhere. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Go comment, like, subscribe. It's a real deal thing. You know what I'm saying? We love y'all. We appreciate every one of y'all listeners. And welcome back, Eric.
Thank you. It's really, really good to be back. I had a lot to talk about.
Shout out to Marshawn Lynch joining the show. If you listen to the end of the episode, you understand that. We love you. And good night.
Later.
It just clicked in my mind that if you just run through somebody's face, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to take that over and 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 over again. They just not gonna want that. Think there's a deeper metaphor there? Run through a motherfucker face. Then you don't have to worry about it.
In the city, get angels. The popo viewed as the demons. And the officers are running around, racist and strapped. Psychologically trained to shoot you right in your back. If you black, oh, is that right? Still bumping pigs when they walking up with the flashlight. And every time they gonna tell me, turn that shit off. Wouldn't offend you if you